February 2022 Pulse Asia survey reveals Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. maintains his lead over his closest rivals in the presidential race. Nationwide, 60% among 2,400 survey respondents say they would vote for Marcos Jr., while only 15% say they will vote for Vice President Leni Robredo. Marcos Jr.'s number remains unchanged between February 2022 and January 2022 when the survey was last held. But Robredo's camp remains unfazed. Her spokesperson Barry Gutierrez says the recent weeks have seen a snowballing in support for the vice president in her rallies. He adds, the Pulse Asia survey was done before these game-changing developments, referring to Robredo's recent campaign rallies that drew massive crowds. The survey was conducted from February 18 to 23, but was released only on Monday, March 14. Trailing Marcos Jr. and Robredo is Manila Mayor Isko Moreno with 10% preference, Senator Manny Pacquiao with 8% preference, and Senator Ping Lacson with 2% preference. Presidential hopefuls Faisal Magondato, Leody de Guzman, Jose Montemayor Jr., Ernie Abella, and Norberto Gonzalez all post numbers lower than 0.5%. Eastern Samar Governor Evardone and Bulacan Governor Daniel Fernando officially endorsed Vice President Leni Robredo for President Monday, March 14. Everdone's endorsement comes a day after President Rodrigo Duterte was quoted in an SMNI interview as saying the next Commander-in-Chief should be a compassionate lawyer. The Eastern Samar Governor claims this is Duterte's virtual endorsement of Robredo. Evardone says there's only one decisive and compassionate lawyer among the leading presidential aspirants, and that is Robredo. Evardone, an ally of Duterte, says Robredo has been very consistent on her pro-poor programs and advocacies. Meantime, Fernando, the Bulacan governor, says he made the decision to publicly endorse Robredo because he felt like the future of the country depended on it. Earlier, the Marcos camp claimed the media erroneously reported that Fernando openly supported Robredo when she visited the province for a rally on March 5. In a press conference, Fernando says he was misquoted by the Marcos camp. Fernando also says Robredo has the capacity to be empathetic towards Filipinos, citing her work before politics as an alternative lawyer and her hands-on work during the COVID-19 pandemic. In related news, Robredo responds to the report about a group of unknown individuals in Las Piñas who painted over an unfinished mural for her.
They should have learned their lesson already. Kasi eto yung nangyari sa Etiague. Parang eto pa yung nag-i-ignite ng fire sa puso ng mga tao na yung ibang mga dating neutral at yung ibang mga silent, dahil sa mga ginagawang ganito ay lumalaban.
The Supreme Court issued a temporary restraining order on March 8 to stop Oplan Baklas after Robredo supporters filed a case questioning its constitutionality.
Need more context, clarity, and perspective? Get the full picture with Rappler Plus. With exclusive content and events, you'll get an opportunity to discuss issues with reporters, experts, and featured guests while helping Rappler continue its fearless journalism. Join now.
Past controversies threaten the confirmation of the newest female commissioner of the Commission on Elections, or Comelec. Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon, a member of the Commission on Appointments, or CA, says newly appointed Comelec Commissioner Amy Torrefranca Neri could just resign and run for her life. In a statement, he says, "I am telling Attorney Neri that whoever your MBA or my backer ako is, he cannot influence the CA to set aside these allegations and confirm your appointment. The Commission on Appointment takes this matter seriously." Torrefranca Neri was appointed by President Rodrigo Duterte to the Comelec last week. Lawyer Ferdinand Topacio accuses Torrefranca Neri of being a fixer when she was Assistant Secretary of the Department of Justice. Topacio alleged his client, convicted drug lord Herbert Colango, gave Torrefranca Neri 10 million pesos to fix a robbery case before the Supreme Court, but when he lost the case, Neri allegedly returned only 7 million pesos and kept the 3 million pesos. Drilon says he is alarmed by the allegations against Torrefranca Neri and says it could affect the integrity of the Comelec. He also claims Torrefranca Neri jumping from one agency to another in the past 6 years is unprofessional. Prior to her appointment in the Comelec, Neri worked in multiple government agencies including Bureau of Immigration and Department of Social Welfare and Development. Comelec spokesman James Jimenez, in an interview with the ABS-CBN News channel on Friday, March 11, says Torre Francaneri denies the accusations. Russian forces shoot and kill an American journalist and wound another in the town of Irpin in Ukraine's Kyiv region. Kyiv Regional Police Chief Andrei Nyebutov initially says on Sunday, March 13, the dead journalist worked for the New York Times. However, the Times says the journalist had previously worked for the paper but was not currently working for it. The Times names the journalist as Brent Renault and clarifies his association to the company in a statement on Twitter. We are deeply saddened to hear of Brent Renault's death. Brent was a talented photographer and filmmaker who had contributed to the New York Times over the years. Though he had contributed to the Times in the past, most recently in 2015, he was not on assignment for any desk at the Times in Ukraine. Nyebutov says they are attempting to remove Renault's body from the combat zone, but did not give details of the incident. SM Entertainment postpones Red Velvet's upcoming concert as 3 of the group's members test positive for COVID-19. A Sumpi report says the agency released a statement confirming members Irene, Joy, and Yeri are COVID-19 positive after taking both a self-test kit and a PCR test. The 3 members have all completed their second dose of COVID-19 vaccines, and they are receiving at-home treatment since none of them are experiencing any symptoms. SM Entertainment adds the remaining 2 members tested negative. Red Velvet's upcoming concert, 2022 The Reve Festival Prologue, initially scheduled for March 19 and 20, will be tentatively postponed and all tickets will be fully refunded. The agency assures fans Red Velvet will release their upcoming album The Reve Festival 2022 Feel My Rhythm on March 21 as scheduled.